everyone. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about sexual harassment. So why do we talk about sexual harassment at the middle school? Well, first of all, because studies show that this is the age when sexual harassment is most likely to happen. We want you to realize what it is so that you can avoid taking part in it. And we want to stress that sexual harassment is not okay. Sexual harassment will receive severe school consequences and may even involve law enforcement. So, what exactly is sexual harassment? Sexual harassment is any kind of unwelcome behavior of a sexual nature. This may include visual harassment, which would be like gestures, notes, pictures shown in person or through electronic means. It can include verbal harassment. This is when you're telling rude jokes, rumors, crude language, hurtful name-calling, suggestive comments. It could also be physical harassment with touching, grabbing, physical aggression in a sexual way, or even just intimidation, which is any kind of unwanted physical presence, whether it involves actual touching or not. Let's take a closer look on defining what sexual harassment is. Sexual harassment can happen from any angle. It can be boy against girl, girl against boy, boy against another boy, girl against another girl, an adult towards a student, or a student towards an adult. And sexual harassment can take many forms. It can look like kids calling other kids gay or fag, or kids making fun of a person's physical characteristics. It can be rumors being spread about a person's sexual activity, or harassment via the internet. Sexual harassment can look like sexting, or asking for or sending inappropriate pictures over the internet. It can be invading a person's space, using your personal presence in such a way that makes someone feel uncomfortable. There are several harmful effects of sexual harassment. Remember, it is not your fault if you are being harassed. Being harassed by others can lead people to have low self-esteem, anxiety, depression, loss of concentration in school, physical illness, and disruption to the learning environment for all involved. So please remember, before you say that comment, or show that picture, or make that joke, please understand how this may be making other people feel. The good news is that sexual harassment is avoidable. Sexual harassment is not a laughing matter. We take it seriously. If you think before you act, you can avoid taking part in such activities. Ask yourself, how will this person feel if I say or do this to them? If there's any chance that it would make this person feel uncomfortable, don't do it. Sexual harassment isn't just something that's going to upset someone or hurt them. Sexual harassment actually violates a federal law called Title IX. Again, this is important to remember when you are trying to make your decisions. Again, if there's any chance that this is going to make someone feel uncomfortable, don't do it. What should you do if you feel like you are being harassed? There are several steps that you can take to help protect yourself if you feel like you are being a victim of sexual harassment. First of all, in a firm, direct tone of voice, tell the person that you do not like what they are doing to you and that you want them to stop. Get support. Go to a trusted friend, staff member, or parent. Tell them what is going on. Make sure that you report it, and keep reporting it to other adults if no action has been taken. Please don't just ignore it, especially if it keeps happening more than once. Also, it may be a good idea to keep a record of what is happening. As a witness to sexual harassment, you have two options. You may choose to either be a bystander or an upstander. A bystander is going to be someone who just simply sits back and watches this sexual harassment take place. An upstander is someone who is going to stand up for the person who is being victimized. It's important to remember that as a bystander, you do have an effect on the situation. You have a responsibility to help that person out. You make it worse if you join the harassment, laugh at the situation, or stand by and say nothing. But you can make it better. You can make it better if you stand up for the person being harassed, give support to that person, encourage him or her to get help from an adult, or report it to an adult yourself if he or she will not report it. Again, those two choices are yours, but we hope that at East Middle School, you'll always strive to make it a better place. Sexual harassment boils down to simply showing respect for the people around you, including yourself. Remember to use the STAR method before you act. Stop. Give yourself the gift of time. Think about what you're about to do. Think to yourself, is this a good choice to make? If it is a good choice, proceed. If it's not a good choice, adjust and make a different choice and respond accordingly. So again, stop, think, adjust, respond. That's our STAR method that we use here at East Middle School. Now that you've just finished watching the video on sexual harassment, there are a few questions that we would like for you to consider. First, do you understand what sexual harassment is, and do you know how to avoid it? What should you do if you feel that you or someone else is being sexually harassed? Next, what would prevent you from reporting sexual harassment? How do you overcome that fear to report? And lastly, what happens if you tell an adult and you continue to be sexually harassed? Students, sexual harassment is such an important, serious topic. We thank you so much for your attention, and we hope that you have learned some valuable information from this video. Thank you so much, and let's have a great school year.